everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. I'm thrilled to do this show tonight. I've had a week. I'll talk about that a little bit. First of all, if you're new to this, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you like this, you should go ahead and subscribe to this channel and watch one of the other 150 plus episodes we have. Some of them are pretty good. I'd recommend a couple. Also, normally this is where I would say if you're not a member of the Facebook group, you should join that. Search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description of this video. That is normally where I would post everything about this show. Group's still open. This guy currently banned from Facebook. So Saturday, my Facebook got hacked. I caught it right away, but not before the hacker could post a bunch of shit to my Facebook that then got the profile suspended. So right now, I'm not on Facebook, and I'm trying to figure out how to run this game without it. So if you're not on the Facebook page, join that. That's a great community of folks. There's some good people there, good conversations. All of my posts have been deleted right now. I'm hoping they come back, but until they do, I would like you to also follow the show on Instagram and Twitter at IMDb Game. That's where you can get information about the show, including how to be on it. Normally I direct you to the Facebook page, but like I said, right now there's no post there from me. So if you'd like to be on this show, what I want you to do is go right now to nickmartucci.net/IMDb Game. That's nickmartucci.net/IMDb Game. Not .com. .com is some photographer. He won't let me have the domain. So nickmartucci.net/IMDb Game. There's a link to the form. Use that form, sign up for whatever shows you want to be on. All the themes and dates are on that form. If you're watching this and you already signed up on the original sign up post on Facebook, if you could do me a huge favor and sign up again. I am disorganized and didn't write down anything in a place that isn't Facebook. So right now, all of those bookings are lost. I hope to reach out to the people who I know signed up and get you on the shows that you are on. But until then, that is the form to use. Again, nickmartucci.net/IMDb Game. All the information is right there. Now that all of that's out of the way, I want to play a game tonight. I want to play a game with my friends. My friends are here tonight. Tonight on the show, we're doing another round of movies that are under 90 minutes long. One of my favorite genres of movies are movies that I can get through in an hour and a half. So this is just something I like to have this list just available. We'll see how that helps anybody on the show tonight. I don't know if it will. I also can't remember if any of these people were on the last time that we did this. So let's bring them in and talk to them and get them to tell me if they remember anything. Joining me on the show tonight are Josh Poirier, Jessica Mayotte, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, and Marty Viscosi. Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Nick.
Oh.
Free Nick!
Thank you, Lloyd. As you
Nick
can
free
see...
now? I was paying money for Nick.
Where was that money going, and can I have some?
Wrong race, Josh.
Lloyd, I don't... Okay, no, explain yourself. What are you saying?
They wouldn't pay money to have you. You've got the privilege.
What are you saying about me, Lloyd?
See, the confusion I'm just feeling is I know that you are great and I love you, but it feels insulting and I can't quite figure out why.
Okay, all right. For those watching along at home, Josh said, are we paying money for Nick? And he meant it in a way of watching him. And then I took it in a racial direction because it's the end of Black History Month. And that's pretty much where we went. Blame me, not Josh. I'm racist. He's not. I'm not.
No, you've cleared everything up. Yeah, let me second Lloyd here. You got one day left. Venmo your black friend $10. Look, if the country can't do reparations, the least we can do is reach in and give. They have to put up with our white nonsense. The least we can do is give them a Hamilton.
I feel like I just had to put up with Lloyd's nonsense, though.
Yeah. Equality.
Anyway, before we jump to the real game and before I talk to you all individually, let's jump into a mini game. We're doing one of my favorite go-to mini games. This is keywords. Folks over at IMDb like to give movies a bunch of keywords. Some are super general, some are incredibly specific. I'm gonna read through the keywords of a movie, yell out when you think you know what the movie is. Everybody know what we're doing here? You've all done this.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna do well, but I know what we're doing.
This movie has the keywords forgetting a name, 10th birthday, sequel baiting, hemoglobin, hemorrhoids, slapstick comedy, snow globe, fish out of water, Statue of Liberty, New York City, shot in the butt. Lloyd, you can just yell it out, but go ahead and guess.
Oh, sorry. Home Alone 2?
No. I is one of the keywords.
God darn it.
Hypochondriac.
Madagascar.
It is Madagascar.
Oh.
Wow.
I got it on I, the animal.
I was about to ask too, like, did you mean I or like I? But I figured it was just I.
Just to, because you got it halfway through this list. The other things I put down here are CG animation, shaking one's butt. First part, Shrekcore, which is a word that I just learned. Dance party ending, anthropomorphic animal, Africa, jungle adventure, lemur, lion, hippo, giraffe, zebra, penguin, animal escape zoo, and island and title name. Josh Poirier, welcome back to the show.
Search by keywords.
Is that like hardcore music about Shrek?
Yeah,
I
right?
think it is movies that have like the vibe of the Shrek movies.
Okay, I got
Can
you.
you search by that keyword though? Is
you
what
can.
I want to know.
There are at least 50 movies tagged with Shrekcore.
Interesting.
Wow.
Next movie day at work is going to be great.
Absolutely. Josh, welcome back to the show.
How's it going, Nick?
It's going great, can't you tell?
Yeah, I can tell, man.
Now you have one of the best short movies behind you, Lawrence of Arabia.
Lawrence of Arabia. If you watch it in 3 times speed, it's very short.
3 times speed, it might almost be under 90 minutes.
It is or not? Actually, I think it might be wrong. I'm gonna take that down because the joke is over.
That's
There we go.
That's how they get me off stage. Gonna take this down because the joke is over.
That's how they get me on stage.
Well, Josh, you got any short movies you like? I don't expect you to know exact run times, but anything you feel is a bite-sized movie for the folks?
I got two excellent ones. Pi by Darren Aronofsky, his first film.
I've never seen it.
Was amazing. And Primer.
And Primer. I also haven't seen Primer.
Primer is fantastic. It's one of those movies that you watch it and you're like, and you watch it and you kind of get lost in it because they use a lot of scientific terms and you're like, what the fuck? But then you get to the end of it and you're like, holy shit, that all came together.
I've heard great things about it. I've never seen it. Am I wrong in that the director of that movie is somebody that you might want to Google?
Oh, maybe. I didn't know that.
That might be something I learned recently.
Let me look.
Yeah, Shane Carruth.
Don't Shane know. Carruth, shit. Let me check a different one.
So Pi is a great movie. Everyone should see.
Pi is a great movie. And what's the other one?
You can recommend one. It's fine. Also, Primer's 67 minutes.
It's
77 minutes.
That's
pretty good.
That's pretty problematic too. Elephant's not bad. Pretty creepy movie. That's a Gus Van Sant film about
the Columbine movie.
Yeah,
nothing, no problems with that. Josh, welcome back to the
The other
show.
one was Welcome to the Dollhouse.
I love Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Todd Solondz made one of my most hated movies.
Which one do you hate?
Happiness. I just hated it.
Which one?
Happiness.
That's my favorite. That is my favorite from him.
I
can understand why you can hate. It's a movie I can't recommend to anybody.
It's got literally one of the most evil people in the history of film in it too.
And I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, it is. Again, it is a movie that I can't tell anybody to watch, but wow, did it work for me?
It's like your friends and neighbors and shit like the Neil Aboot wrote. The great films, but I can't recommend it to anybody.
If you like fucked up shit, watch Happiness.
Yeah.
If you like only kind of fucked up shit, watch Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Heather Matarazzo should be a star.
She should be, and unfortunately, she was in Hostel too.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. I don't think she
what am I doing?
Let me move on before Josh says more words. Also returning to the show, if you saw last Thursday's show, you've seen them. Also, if you've seen like 40 other episodes of the show, you've seen them. They're one of my favorite people to have on here. Marty Viscosi, welcome back.
Marty!
Marty.
How are you doing tonight, Marty?
I'm delightful.
Everything
in Minneapolis is wet.
This might be one of the times that I think we currently have the snow and you don't.
We have the snow. It's just like rapidly melting and raining all day, so it's wet.
Oh, I mean, no, the snow is coming down tonight.
Oh,
yeah, we have more coming. So
I mean, oh no.
Yeah, a week ago it was 70, and then we've had 3 snow days this week.
Yep.
It's almost like the weather is having unusual effects on the changes.
I deserve this cupcake.
Is the climate changing?
I'm really sick of living through historic winter events.
I'm really sick of living through historic events, period.
Oh.
Like, if history books exist in the future, the 2020s is going to be so hard to study for.
Yep.
Especially the Nick Martucci chapter.
Oh, if I get a full chapter, I've done something wrong. Nobody wants a full chapter in a history book. Marty, do you like short movies?
Yeah. I was gonna say before, it always throws me off guard with Madagascar because this generation of children are occasionally like, oh, your name's like that movie character, and I'm like, yeah, Marty McFly, and they're like the zebra in Madagascar.
Oh.
And it's happened to me like 4 or 5 times.
Oof.
Oh, that sucks. You had like a pretty cool character to be related to.
Now I'm a zebra.
Now you're a zebra.
But yes, I do like short movies, and I have one on deck. I really like Host.
That is another one that I absolutely need to see.
It's so good, and it scared the shit out of me. And oh my god, it's extremely well done. And like, I'm someone that really likes all the behind the scenes stuff, and just like hearing all the stuff about like how it was made and how they did all the effects and just like how they managed to put it together in quarantine is just really, really cool.
All right, that last thing settled the question I was going to ask by which Host do you mean?
Oh, that was
good. The Zoom one.
Which is what I'm just realizing now. I also haven't seen that one, but I had the Bong Joon-ho movie in my head.
Oh, that one too. But
I've only seen the sequel, Parasite.
Yeah.
But it's not the sequel to
The Host, and Parasite, those aren't related.
No.
I mean, close enough.
You can't have a Parasite without a host.
Facts.
Anyway, Host, the quarantine movie, the Zoom movie.
The Zoom horror movie.
The movie we all could be filming right now.
Yeah. It scared the shit out of me. I was very, very scared. I watched it 3 times, and every single time I underestimate how spooky it's going to be.
What was that?
And it's all like it's like shot on Zoom. It's kind of like one of those.
It's all like in a Zoom call, and it's about 60 minutes long. I want to say like 50 to 60 minutes long, and it just.
Well, yeah, that's how much you get before you have to pay for Zoom.
Well, technically it's 40, but they're doing 60-ish minutes. But I don't know. Anyway, not to be pedantic. It's super, super good. It's shot extremely well. They used like the Zoom features really well. The effects that they managed to do with the actors in quarantine are really, really impressive and amazing. There's one scene in particular using like a filter, like a green screen background that absolutely like shook me up when it happened. Like I jumped off my couch, shook me up the first time, and it's quite good.
You are convincing me to see this. I'm always weary about movies like that where it's just like all on a screen. But then I did see what is it called? Just Missing, I think, recently that came out in theaters this year and was blown away. So I might have to get rid of some of my biases and try this out.
I recommend Unfriended. Unfriended was actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like that one too. I just wrote
Unfriended.
Dark
Web was pretty good too. Both of them were.
Seen Unfriended. I'll have to watch it.
Well, Marty, great suggestion. I'm going to add it to my list. Also returning to the show. Okay. I just realized I'm looking at my list of names and realizing that I have the list from last episode still up there, which also featured Marty and Josh and the next contestant tonight, who you saw in the last episode, Jessica Mayotte. Welcome back.
Hello. The winner.
The winner, returning champion.
Returning champ. I'm excited.
How does that feel?
It feels good, even though I lost. I won at the last round that nobody likes, but I like it. Just saying.
I mean, you also you got a tiebreaker. You got the first tiebreaker that we've done since we brought in this new system, and by we I mean me. No, real fun show that last episode.
Yeah, my son can't stop watching it, by the way. So
I'm so uncomfortable with that, but I'm just gonna, you're the parent, you know what's best for you.
No, I give him options to watch, and if he says People, I know it's that episode of your show. So it might have like 1 million views soon, just for Miles. It'll help out.
Well, Miles, thank you so much for watching this show.
Miles,
it's your support that keeps this show going, buddy.
Right.
Well, Jessica, do you happen to know of any short movies? Again, I didn't expect the level of pre-gaming that some of these folks do.
Well, I did a quick search before we went live, and I saw that the movie Office Space is like under 90 minutes.
Oh yeah.
My favorite character is the guy with the stapler. I love that movie. So
Stephen Root is one of the greatest actors, and we don't talk about him enough.
The ending is my favorite part because he's just sitting on the beach chilling. So
what do you do here? What is it that you do here?
Yeah,
I love that movie, and I don't think I've seen it in like 10 years. I
haven't seen it in a long time.
Take your cornhole, bud.
The last time I watched it, I watched it, thought it probably like the 7th, 8th time I'd seen it. I went into work the next day. I was doing temp work at some office.
Oh god!
And my boss comes up behind me, and he no joke, no level of sarcasm. This isn't the kind of guy he is. Came up behind me and was just said, "So what's happening?" And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Could not answer.
I'll be honest with you. There's nothing like destroying a piece of office equipment to die, motherfucker, kill.
Right.
Like I've done it just because of that movie. I was like, die, motherfucker.
Excellent suggestion. Office Space. Finally, returning to the show. A face I love seeing on the show. I think this is his first episode of the month. He took a month off, which again, I guess it's February. It's your prerogative, but welcome back to the show, Lloyd Legacy Sharp.
Thank you, Nick, for allowing me to fill the final episode of the month's token quota.
That's all I ask. I can't make jokes about that because people are gonna think it's true.
But I can,
You
because he's not racist and I'm not either, but I can be if I want to.
Happy Black History Month.
Thank you.
Lloyd, it's great to see you. Like I said, I haven't seen you in like a month. How you been doing?
You know, for the shortest month of the year, when you have a lot to do, it can seem extremely long. There's almost not enough days to get everything done. But I will say that having a lot to do and being productive, I've had worse problems in life.
Oh yeah. And I know, honestly, this month felt short. So to make it up next year, I'm going to give you an extra day in February. That's on me.
Yes! I just want to leap right to it.
Hey, Lloyd, can you give me a quick cream? I'm the cream to the crop, rise to the top.
You notice the glasses.
Randy Macho Man Savage.
Well, Lloyd, you're the last step. Do you happen to like any short movies you can think of?
I do, but it only barely cracks the mark.
Perfect.
Batman Under the Red Hood.
Yes. Maybe the best animated Batman movie.
And
That's the Phantasm.
in my opinion,
It beats Phantasm for me.
in my opinion, if it's not the best, it's definitely one of the best animated superhero movies in general.
Oh, absolutely.
Batman, any genre. Like that one, it's an hour and 15 minutes, so it's barely, it just makes the mark. But like, and here's the thing, I legitimately do have like ADHD and anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time staying in one place and focusing on any one thing at one time without the aid of medication. And in order to have something keep my attention for an extended period of time, it has to engross me to a point where I can just sit there and not pause and come back to it, or pause and go do the dishes, or pause and do whatever. I can literally sit through Batman Under the Red Hood for the entire time and not want to go, and not even feel the need to go do it's that. I can't even sit through some hour-long television shows and do that. That movie is just perfect. But it's also not too long. It's not an epic.
No, it's so good. Like,
It really is.
John DiMaggio, an amazing Joker.
He really is.
Like,
and what I like about that movie is
Joker.
it's realistic enough to kind of be not just for kids. Like it's not Batman the animated series. I mean, even Batman the animated series like pushed the envelope, but it was more than that, but also still a cartoon. It was still fantasy, but it pushed the fucking envelope.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you haven't seen Under the Red Hood, go watch that.
Yeah, you need to. You really need to.
Kevin Conroy.
Oh, he's the
Rest in
best.
peace, Kevin Conroy. Absolutely.
But for a movie that wasn't the animated series, that one was.
Actually, another connection. Dietrich Bader played Batman as well. And
that's true. We get
Batman.
not in that one, but
not that one. But he played a very good Batman.
He did.
I really like what he's doing when he pops up in Harley Quinn now.
Yeah,
like that episode where she travels through his mind. Amazing.
But like individual actors, whatever you think aside, whatever his movie's better or worse, even if it's not the best, Under the Red Hood is good. That's a fact. It is a good animated movie. Nobody can convince me otherwise.
Brief tangent, because I was just thinking about it again recently. Lloyd or anybody else here, have you seen the Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie?
I have. Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's amazing.
It really is.
It is so fun. If I was 10 years old when that came out, it would have been my favorite movie.
Yeah,
I feel like I saw that. I did not like it, but I feel like I would have. I liked it even more if I was like a kid when I saw it. Yeah. It was like just like I said, it's fun. Not even like deep or amazing. It's just fun.
It's fun. Damian Wayne is so funny in that movie.
Like if you don't like that movie, I question whether you feel things.
You get to hear Batman say "Cowabunga." What more could you want from a movie?
Like Brave and the Bold. Brave and the Bold was I think it was one of probably the second best Batman series of all time.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, it's up there. Anyway, we've gone off way too much on a tangent. Welcome all of you. Before we get to the real game, which we're already it's already 9:30. I'll speed this up. Let's do another mini game, figure out who goes first. We're doing another round of keywords. Let's speed through this. This movie has the keywords exploding head, posing as husband and wife, candy cinema, Twister the game, head in a toilet, mother-daughter relationship, absurd violence, Irish stereotype, reference to Mama Cass, group therapy, nuclear threat, strategically covered female nudity, sex with a robot, penis enlarger, reference to Margaret Thatcher, musical sequence in non-musical work, first part, big boy statue, run over by a steamroller, cryogenics, actor playing both hero and villain, Blofeld's cat, seductive fembot.
Austin Powers.
It is Austin Powers.
If anybody was going to get it, it had to be Josh. I'm like, come on, Josh, save us.
I heard sex with fembot and said, I know that.
Retro style secret agent,
I had it at
James
Big Boy.
Bond spoof, Dr. Evil character. I had 3 left on that.
Jeez.
The Big Boy statue. I just couldn't put it together.
I could. I obviously I've seen that movie. I like those, all of that. I'm like, where? Just that those words. I'm like, then he said, then Austin Powers like,
all right. Well, that means that Josh enters the game with 2 points, but there's plenty of points for the rest of you to catch up. That brings us into the main game. If you're new to this, here's what's going to happen. I've gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I've pulled parental warnings for a bunch of short movies. These warnings, I don't write them. I don't know who writes them. They're anonymous weirdos, same people who put in the keywords, write these clues. I read them. My friends here try to guess what these movies are. Josh, like I said, you get to pick the first year. Yep. Would you like a movie that's under 90 minutes from 1960, 1981, or 2008?
Go with 81.
Right there in the middle.
All right. First movie of the night from 1981 for 5 points under the category of violence and gore. Although there is gore, the effects are goofy, over the top, and even dated by current standards.
Can't be done.
All right. For 4 points, also under violence and gore, several characters, notably the protagonist, become absolutely covered in blood from head to toe. Josh has a guess. Anybody else?
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna.
Marty's gonna guess. Jessica's gonna guess. Lloyd's not gonna guess. He was very vocal about that. Jessica, what movie do you think this is?
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Evil Dead.
Marty, what do you think?
I was also going to say Evil Dead.
Josh, what about you?
I'm gonna go with Evil Dead.
This is 1981's The Evil Dead,
Nice.
85 minutes long.
8. Wow.
In and out.
I didn't realize it was that. I didn't realize it. Damn it.
Uh,
You ever watch a movie and realize and feel like you think it was longer than that when you first saw it?
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would not be my pick. Nice.
I feel like there are
Most
parts of that movie
movies.
that feel just really long in and of themselves.
Exactly.
Like a day in life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like watching Lloyd play Michael Jackson.
Fair.
Other clues in The Evil Dead, all of these were under violence
Lloyd.
and gore because it's The Evil Dead. Woman bites off her own hand. You see blood gush while she's chewing, and you hear crunching of the bone while a man watches in horror. When she is finished, she screams in pain, and blood squirts and spews from the bloody stump. In a stop-motion sequence, the demons' possessed bodies begin to decompose with lots of blood and gore as their bodies disintegrate. Their hair falls out, their flesh turns I don't know why this says their flesh turns to good. And blood pours everywhere.
Groovy.
One of the bodies falls to the ground face first, and the head explodes, covering a man completely in blood and chunks of brain. And violence and gore, it is implied that a man was attacked by the woods. We see his face badly cut and skin peeled off of it. He is covered with blood and is still bleeding. Blood pours out of his mouth.
Most inexplicable beginning to a classic character.
Everybody okay?
Was that a typo?
It must be. I have no idea what they mean.
We're coming to that
That's
good
either a
one.
typo or somebody's really somebody has a whatever you're into, that's your thing.
Oh,
but
I wonder if they meant their flesh turns to goo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hope. Again, whatever you're into, that's your thing. If you watch Passion of the Christ because you like the red stuff flowing, that's your business. I'm just saying.
Josh has 6 points. Jessica and Marty have 4 points. Lloyd, I'm gonna need you to stop that train of thought. And instead, pick a movie, Lloyd. Would you like a movie from 1953, 1973, or 2017?
1973.
1973. All right, from
You still laughing about good.
I'm trying not to.
We got a good show tonight. It's a shame nobody.
Don't say good. He'll start laughing again.
We got a goo show tonight. 1973 for 5 points under profanity. A character frequently shouts God and Jesus, but at the time he's literally pleading for God and Jesus to help him. An alternative interpretation, obviously pious exclamations such as this are not profane, so this doesn't need listing.
What?
Uh-huh.
That was a very elaborate IMDb.
Again, sometimes people on IMDb will edit one of these warnings and call out the warning. So what you got there is somebody saying that God and Jesus are yelled when a person is yelling out for God and Jesus, and another person called that person an idiot.
I mean,
Thorough.
Oh, it's coming from inside the house.
yeah.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, a naked woman with breasts in clear view is seen sat crying against a gravestone.
That's sad.
70 what?
73.
3? Okay.
For 3 points under violence and gore, Sergeant Howie punches an islander in the face.
That just seems racist. Not that I can talk about that after everything I've said.
Depends on where in the world the island is, Lloyd.
Touche.
The Long Islander.
In fairness, you are allowed to punch anybody in Long Island. That's part of their constitution.
A lot of people in Martha's Vineyard need to get punched. I think it would help them build some character.
For 2 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, islanders are shown drinking and cavorting on the morning of May Day. Marty has a guess. Anybody else? What do you think, Marty?
Is this the Wicker Man?
It sure is the Wicker Man.
Oh, yeah.
I need to watch that movie.
Son of a bitch.
Final clue, under violence and gore, a man is burnt alive as a sacrificial offering. He is seen screaming as the flames surround him.
He's the beast.
Also 85 minutes. Nope, sorry, 88 minutes.
That was longer than that. I
That
thought it was longer than that. And also, I didn't get it from the clues.
Josh and Marty both at 6 now. Jessica at 4. Lloyd has turned his camera off, I think.
Nope.
Well, that's not goo.
I can. Oh, he's frozen on my screen.
Oh, is he frozen on yours? Did he just this camera just huh? Well, let's figure out what our next movie is and see if Lloyd comes back. See what you did, Josh? You bullied Lloyd off the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I don't like the fact there's an extra box in here. I've seen the host.
All right, now we got Lloyd back. We got two Lloyds.
We got two Lloyds.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go ahead and take rid of that.
There you go.
Get rid of that box. There we go. All right,
Yeah.
Marty, you get to pick the next year.
One
Would
of
you
these
like a
enough.
movie, Marty, from 1967, 1999, or 2005?
2005.
2005.
Good year.
From 2005 for 5 points under profanity, a man states that he thinks the veggie incident is, quote, arson. He then explains that as, quote, someone arson around.
No, he didn't.
The veggie incident?
The veggie incident.
Like Veggie Tales veggie?
I don't know if there was a tale about it.
Not
I
Veggie
just want to
Tales
make
again.
sure I'm hearing the word correctly.
For
Oh,
4
to the
points
finish.
under violence and gore, the priest shows a book to Victor, and it is a picture of a were-cow that has a severed head.
Wow.
Right, for 3 points under sex and nudity. When a dog gives a man a box to cover up his nakedness in front of Lady Toddington, the box reads, quote, may contain nuts.
I should
Marty
know
has a
this.
guess. Anybody else? What do you think, Marty?
Wallace and Gromit cursed the were-rabbit. My
It
sister and I
is.
had to explain that joke to our younger brother.
It is Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. 85 minutes in this time, I'm sure. A lot of movies are 85 minutes.
Which is technically less than 90.
Furniture.
No, it's not technically less than 90. It is less than 90.
I mean, both true on a technical and spiritual level.
It just makes the mark.
Also in Wallace and Gromit, violence and gore, a bunch of bunnies jump on a dog from a fridge door, but the ruckus goes below the camera shot, although we hear the bunnies giggling. The dog then gains control of all of them, but one hits him on the head with a large wooden spoon. And sex and nudity, when Wallace transforms, a rabbit tail pops out of his pants. In one transformation, Wallace bends down and grabs his buttocks and watches as the rabbit tail comes out.
Yeah, that's about as sexual as Wallace and Gromit ever got.
I disagree. I think both of them exude like pure raw sexiness.
Hey.
Jeez.
Whatever you're into.
Anyway, Jessica, you get to pick the last movie of this round. Would you like a movie from 1955, 1985, or 2013?
1985.
1985.
Okay, here.
All right, 1985 for 5 points under sex and nudity. God damn it, Josh. Lloyd, don't look at the screen. 1985 for 5 points. Under sex and nudity, 2 characters start to make out in a hallway. The scene cuts to them having sex, with thrusting scene and overly dramatic moaning heard. A cat suddenly jumps onto them, and they stop. Bare buttocks and breasts are seen as the woman puts her clothes back on. All right, for 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, this is commonly known as one of the goriest films for its time period. Dismemberment, decapitation, stabbing, impaling, and other forms of mutilation are common sights throughout the movie, especially in the final act. Josh has a guess. Anybody else?
Oh, no.
What do you think, Josh?
Return of the Living Dead.
It is not Return of the Living Dead.
No, I took a guess.
You did take a guess. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
It's in that movie.
For 3 points under sex and nudity, a zombie's testicles are shown for a few seconds. Obviously fake, and they don't look that much like what they are.
Is that a clue or a critique?
Obviously, the zombie's testicles are fake. Those don't look like real zombie testicles to me. Josh and Marty have both buzzed in. Josh, what do you think?
This Day of the Dead.
Marty, what do you think?
I guess Dawn of the Dead.
It is not Dawn of the Dead. It is not Day of the Dead.
I'm not a zombie movies.
We've got so many of the Deads.
Yeah.
Oh,
2 points under violence and gore. Herbert decapitates a man with a shovel. He hits him over the head with it, then jams the shovel into his neck several times and pries the head off. One of the most graphic scenes in the film.
oh,
Josh has another guess. Marty has another guess. Anybody else?
I can't think of it.
All right, Marty.
I'm so mad right now. It's Reanimator.
Josh, what do you think?
Reanimator.
It is Reanimator.
I just put
I would have
this
never
on
guessed
my
that.
list.
Never.
You haven't seen this one yet?
Me? Or
Oh,
Lloyd?
what do you mean you just put it on your
I
your
just put
favorite
it on the
movie
list for this game.
It's funny. There's a lot of goo in it.
84 minutes, Reanimator.
I love that movie, and I maintain that Bride of Reanimator is one of the most trans horror movies there is on the face of the planet.
I'd buy that argument. It's a real fun movie.
I'm in the market. If anybody knows where anybody out there knows where to find plus size short shorts with custom screen printing on the butt, I want the entire speech from the end of Bride of Reanimator. The blasphemy before what God, that one.
I can make it for you.
I would pay a handsome price.
Marty's got a birthday coming up in a couple months.
May 14th.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last clue in that under violence and gore, a man is resurrected and starts to vomit blood. The zombie then tries to strangle Herbert and another man at the same time.
Stuart Gordon is a genius.
Oh, absolutely.
So is Brian Usner, was also a genius.
I mean, like, maybe more so.
Yeah.
Because Brian Yunza also has Society.
He does. But Stuart Gordon also has Dagon, which is very underrated.
I haven't seen that one. I have seen Society, and that's another one on my list of movies I love and have a real hard time telling anybody to watch.
Yeah, no.
The other parts of Reanimator fall in that category too.
Marty, have you seen Society?
Me?
Marty.
Oh, Marty.
I have not, but my favorite behind the scenes fact about Reanimator
Mhm.
is that apparently the wife, I'm blanking on the actor's name, but the actor who plays like the evil professor,
Mhm.
the actor's wife was sitting next to him in the first screening, and at that particular scene that like everybody's seen Reanimator knows, she stood up and said, "David, how could you?" and then went home and divorced him.
I mean, fair. Well, that means that Marty's now at 10. Josh is at 6. Jessica's at 4. Lloyd is at 0. But that brings
Rest in peace,
us
Stuart
to
Gordon, too.
Rest in peace, Stuart Gordon. That brings us to another mini game and a chance for Lloyd and everyone else to get some more points on the board. We got
Or
another
my
multiple
case.
choice thing.
Or in my case, some points on the board.
I love doing these multiple choice. You all know how it works. But just
Oh.
to let everybody in, I'm going to ask a multiple choice. First person gets to guess. You get it right, you get 4 points. If not, next person can guess for 3. The next person can guess for 2. Last person can get 1 if they can remember the remaining movie. I think, as you've seen by the movies we've come to tonight, the 2 genres that have the most short movies are kids' movies and horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I do a lot of kids' movies. So this time I have grabbed different horror series, and I am going to ask you which is the shortest movie of that series. Lloyd, I'm going to you first. Which of these is the shortest Friday the 13th? Is it Friday the 13th Part 2? Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives? Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood? Or Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday?
Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday?
Unfortunately not. Marty, is it Part 2, Part 6, or Part 7?
That was my guess too.
It feels like that one should be the shortest.
Yeah.
But they have so much plot to explain.
Ever.
But why?
I'm like racking my brain for what happens in each of those.
I mean, I'll tell you. Friday the 13th, 2, he has a
Is the one
sack
where
on
they-
his head.
Yeah, Friday the 13th,
6,
7
Tommy
is
accidentally brings him back to life.
Which
And
is hilarious.
7 is the one where he versus Carrie.
6 was the first one I ever saw, for the record. I'm gonna go with 6.
That is the correct one. Jason Lives, my favorite Friday the 13th, comes in at 86 minutes.
That's a choice.
It's a real fun movie. When you have a Friday the 13th movie that opens with a parody of the James Bond walk to camera, but it's Jason walking to camera and then hurling a machete at the screen, and it just says Jason Lives. They're all close. 2 and Go to Hell, those are 87 minutes, and New Blood is 88 minutes. That's 3 points to Marty. Marty, you get to go with this one now. Which of these is the shortest Nightmare on Elm Street movie? Is it the first Nightmare on Elm Street? Is it Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge? Is it Nightmare on Elm Street 5, Dream Warrior? Or is it Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare?
Nick, I watched all the Friday the 13th and all the Nightmare on Elm Streets a few years ago.
Yeah. So which one felt the shortest?
Like none of them. That's the like I know which one felt the longest, which is Freddy's Dead.
Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
Yeah, which version of War and Peace felt the shortest?
Nick, I have to take you to task here, buddy.
What's up?
Number 5 is not the Dream Warriors. Number 5 is the Dream Child. Number
Yeah.
3 is the Dream
Is-
Warriors.
That is,
Yeah.
you are right. And now I got to double check to, I put this together earlier today, and now I need to make sure I know which one of those that's supposed to be.
Had a fantastic theme song. By
I know
Docket.
Dream Warriors is my favorite one, and I can't believe I put that. I think it's supposed to be Dream
Warriors.
Child. Yeah, it is. Yep, 1989. All right, well, that's Dream Child, not Dream Warrior, which
Okay.
isn't the name of a movie because it's Dream Warriors. We all know this.
Can you give me the options again? I'm sorry.
Sure
The
can.
gay
No,
one?
the gay one, the first one, the fifth one, or Freddy's Dead.
I'm gonna go with the gay one.
It is the gay one.
Hey.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge is 87 minutes long. Dream Child and Freddy's Dead are both 89, and the first one's 91 minutes. Doesn't really fit this theme, but there isn't a shorter one than that. So that's 4 more points to Marty. Jessica,
Having an excellent time.
which of these is the shortest Halloween movie? Is it Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers? Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers? Halloween H2O, 20 years later? Or Halloween Resurrection?
Did you say 4?
4, Return of Michael Myers, Curse of Michael Myers, H2O, or Resurrection?
I'm gonna go with Return of Michael Myers.
Nope, that one is 88 minutes long. Josh, finally to you, is it Curse of Michael Myers, H2O, or Resurrection?
Good enough. I'm gonna go with Halloween Water.
It is Halloween Water. Only 86 minutes. They're in and out of that one. They know you don't want to be there. They couldn't do the same for Resurrection, which comes in at 90 minutes. And Return is 88 minutes. Oh, and Curse is 87. We already did Return.
Who was that did karate on Jason, on Michael Myers in that movie? Halloween Water. Was it the one?
I don't remember any karate.
No, I forget who it was.
Green Child has a kid that does karate.
Mm-hmm.
It's real bad.
All right.
That was Oh wait, man, I'm just trying to. No, go ahead.
Wasn't there a whole movie about a kid that did karate?
Yeah, there were like 5 of them.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What is it? 3 Ninjas, 3 Ninjas
Yep.
Strike Back, 3 Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain.
3 ninjas and a baby.
and the much simpler known Karate Kid.
Oh, the one with Hilary Swank.
Jaden Smith.
I like the Jaden Smith one because it's the Karate Kid and he teaches him Kung Fu.
No, it was Resurrection when Busta Rhymes fought Michael Myers.
Oh, yeah.
May as well have gone for Krav Maga while he was at it.
Also, I haven't brought this up on the show in a while, but because it came up organically, one of my favorite things about the remake of The Karate Kid is in the first movie, Miyagi does the wax on, wax off, and that sounds a little too dirty. So in the remake, they have Jaden Smith putting his jacket on, with Jackie Chan saying, "Jacket on, jacket off."
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Wow.
100%.
because the first one was too dirty, especially for its time. Because nothing was ever risque or crash television in the 90s. It was just pure and good.
Hey, we got one more. Josh, which of these is the shortest Child's Play? Is it the first Child's Play? Is it Child's Play 2?
You literally faded into the background. You couldn't deal with it.
Is it Bride of Chucky or is it Seed of Chucky?
Oh shit! What was it? First one, second one?
First one, second one, Bride or Seed?
I do want to take this moment to say that this is the best horror franchise of all time.
Yeah, can't disagree.
Every single movie except for 3 is fantastic.
And even 3 is at least half a good movie.
Yeah. I'm going to say Seed of Chucky.
That's what I would have thought, but no.
Thanks.
Lloyd, back to you. First
I'm glad I
one,
know what you
second
would've
one, or
thought.
Bride?
Say that again.
First Child's Play, second Child's Play, or Bride of Chucky? Which is the shortest, Lloyd?
Bride of Chucky.
Still no. Marty, is
How
it
is that not the shortest one? It should be. Never mind.
I love Bride of Chucky.
It's good, but it should not have. Never mind.
The Seed is my favorite.
First or second? I know they're both short.
I will say all 4 of these come in at under 90 minutes.
Mm.
The fact that Bride of Chucky isn't the shortest is a crime, but it's okay.
Lloyd, Bride of Chucky's the longest, not to just to give Marty a little extra time.
Really, that's fine. You can give me as much time as you want.
1 or 2?
Change her
2.
name to Josh Resenick.
84 minutes, 2.
A
Child's Play and Seed of Chucky are both 87. Bride is 89. Marty cleaning up on that game.
Nice
The
job.
person who needed the points least got all of the points.
Yeah, good job, Marty.
How is Bride of Chucky the? Why do they give the most time to?
In fairness, they give the most time to the 3rd movie, and then Cult of Chucky and what's the other one?
I forgot about that one.
curse.
Curse. Colt and Curse. Cannot keep them straight in my head.
I love both of them. I agree. Josh, I think 0 misses in that franchise whatsoever.
Yeah.
So good.
That means Marty picked up 6 points. Josh picked up 3. Jessica and Lloyd didn't get any, unfortunately, but we still have 4 movies left and the final betting game that Marty hates.
It's true.
But because you got the most points on that, I'm going to let you pick the next movie as well, Marty. Would you like a movie from 1967, 2008, or 2009?
Quite
the leap.
It's not going to be 67, Nick. It's never going to be 67. 2008.
2008. All right, from 2008 for 5 points. Under the category of sex and nudity, a man rubs a woman's thigh. He puts his hand up her dress, removes her panties, we see her bare thigh, and the man unfastens his belt. He then proceeds to, quote, put it in. You hear a moan, and then they are interrupted by a knock at the door.
Sucks when that happens, don't it?
Yeah, Lloyd, don't you hate it when that happens?
If only I knew, I could comment, but I'm just kidding.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a woman who is tied to a chair struggles to free herself. She has a large cut on her face which bleeds, and a man who is also tied in a chair has many cuts on his face which are also bleeding.
What kind of role play is this?
I cosplayed that guy once.
For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, the methods the assailants use to terrorize are extremely disturbing, such as playing happy music and not attacking straight away.
Oh, what is this movie?
Disturbing, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
For 2 points under violence and gore, there are many instances throughout the film where people in masks appear abruptly, startling the audience.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it was made in 2020. Got
it. Marty has a guess. I feel like Jessica's just real upset that
it's in my brain. It's in my brain.
I'm trying. So I know what it's not, and I can't. Like, I know the name of a movie that it's not, and I keep going to call it that, but I know what this movie is.
All right. Well, Marty, what are you gonna settle on?
I'm gonna settle on putting my hand down because I legitimately cannot remember the name right now.
I know what this movie is. A film.
Yeah.
Last clue for 1 point under frightening and intense scenes. 3 people wear frightening masks, stalk and chase a man and a woman through their isolated vacation home.
Oh,
yeah.
One of the best movies of all. One of the best horror movies.
Looks like it's just going to be Josh, who, don't worry, I noticed that you've changed your name and background, I don't know, 8 times in the last round.
Fun. I'm having fun. I'm not in first place. I need to.
I talked long enough that 2 people have buzzed in. Marty, what do you think this movie is?
I was hoping you would keep chatting with Josh for a minute so I could try and gather my thoughts before you came to me. It's the Is Tabitha Home one, and it's not called The Uninvited, which is what I want to keep calling it. That's a different movie.
Come on.
Put my hand down.
All right. Lloyd, do you know what this movie is?
I'm going to take a shot in my skin color and say Paranormal Activity.
Josh, what do you think?
Strangers.
It is not Paranormal Activity. It's The Strangers.
Yes, thank
one
you.
Of the best, one of the scariest lines in the history of film is in that movie. Seriously, it's the scariest line in the history of film. It's just one sentence, and it's the scariest goddamn line. If you don't know what it is, I don't want to ruin it. But I'll say it. But you haven't seen the movie.
Don't tempt him. He's gonna say it.
Don't spoil the movie from 2008 for us, Josh.
When she asks them why they're doing this, the answer that they give them is because you were home, and it is the scariest fucking line.
I think about that. I live in an apartment building where all my neighbors are nice and I know them by face, if not by name. For the majority of people in this building, every goddamn time I leave to go check my laundry, I lock my door because I specifically think of that line.
I feel like even if you haven't seen that movie, you've heard that line used in some form of cross promotion, meme, video thing, YouTube at some point.
The sequel was insane too. The sequel was actually really good because it was just insane.
All right. Well, Marty's still at 16. Josh is up to 10. Jessica at 4, Lloyd at -1. 3
I
movies
tried.
remain. You did.
I
try.
voted. You people at home can't say I didn't vote. Try.
Oh, people
Yes.
are going to be so upset, Lloyd, when you win the game in the final round.
If I win this game in the final round, I'm going to be upset.
I will say, unless you get the next 3 right, Marty really has to fuck up for that to happen.
And Marty is not Josh Pick.
You are. Jessica,
That's me. Sorry.
would you like a movie from 1953, 1960, or 2017?
2017.
Just can't get rid of these old movies.
Are you stating it?
Sad thing is I'm going to forget to change this, and I have work meetings tomorrow with this film.
Josh.
I think you need to change your background, but leave that name and don't explain it. All right. 2017 for 5 points under profanity. Anus is used twice. This is from a joke from the planet Uranus. For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, in a carnival scene, a few characters are seen being high on sugar.
Or PCP.
For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, the scene where the principal separates the 2 boys for good, and when in their imaginations they get sucked into black holes crying for help, can be very frightening, emotional, and sad. For 2 points under sex and nudity, the main villain of the film is named Professor Poopy Pants, based off toilet humor. During the climax, his full name is revealed to be P.P. Diarrhea Stein Poopy Pants. Get 2 hands up, anybody else? Marty, what do you think?
I think this is Captain Underpants.
Josh, what do you think?
I know this is Captain Underpants.
This is Captain Underpants, the first epic movie.
It's a world of goo.
Just making it in at 89 minutes.
I will confess, I was a huge Ren and Stimpy fan. Never saw the movie. Never saw that.
Nothing to do with Ren and Stimpy.
Okay, good.
Not even a little bit.
Okay.
Couldn't be further away from Ren and Stimpy. I have to say, I watched all of Friends and then I watched Captain Underpants and I didn't see the connection. Last clue under sex and nudity, as the title character's name implies, he wears nothing but a red cape and underwear.
Is this happiness?
Because the thing is that if you were into all those gory, disgusting cartoons, you would think that, oh, obviously, if you like Ren and Stimpy and Rocko's Barn and all that shit, all crap, you'd have seen that Captain Underpants. I never saw it. I never saw it.
It came out in 2017.
Wait,
Yeah,
Rocco
well
was
after.
gory?
I know, but like that's the thing. People get on me for never seeing that movie, and they say, "Well, you liked all those cartoons when you were young. You like Ren and Stimpy. You like Rocko's Barn. You like all the gory shit. Why can't you watch Captain Underpants?" I'm like,
Wait, Lloyd,
Never
how many
saw it.
people are getting on you for not watching Captain Underpants?
Ask them. Ask my cousin Tara. Ask them. I don't know why. They think because I grew up watching nasty shit that I should just see Captain Underpants. I don't want to.
Captain Underpants is not the nastiest shit you've ever seen.
You gotta
I
watch
doubt
it
it.
now.
I just don't want to see it. But that's the comparison they make. I don't know why.
You gotta watch it now because it stars 2 completely unproblematic gentlemen, Kevin Hart and Thomas Middleditch.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
2 movies remain. Marty is at 18. Josh is at 12. Jessica at 4. Lloyd at -1.
Just keep it pace, Marty.
I truly know. Listen, when Nick said horror movies and kids movies, It fucking clicked. Those are the two categories of movies that I know really well.
See, this is where we start to gel. It seems like we butt heads on a lot of things, but we can admit that most of our viewing is horror movies and kids movies.
Yeah.
I feel very differently about each of them.
Josh, you get to pick this movie. Would you like a movie from 1967, 1999, or 2013? 99 it is. All right, 1999 for 5 points under 6 in nudity. If you look hard, you can briefly see a video of a breast exam. This is hardly noticeable upon the first viewing. Josh has a guess. Anybody else?
No.
All right, Josh, what do you think?
Hey, boy, check out Channel 9. Office Space.
It's Jessica's favorite short movie, Office Space.
Wow. I wasn't listening, sorry.
Hey, buddies, check out Channel 9.
Oh, my God.
My bad.
Other clues in Office Space. I figured as quickly as you pick 99, you were going to get the movie.
It was.
Alcohol, drugs, and smoking, some recreational drinking. However, the film as a whole does not glamorize substance abuse. Profanity. Most of the film's profanity comes from hip-hop songs in the film soundtrack.
Yep.
Sex and nudity.
Kill.
The movie is made by the creator of Beavis and Butthead, so some sexual references.
Mike Judge is a genius.
And violence and gore. 3 men destroy a copy machine with a baseball bat. This scene is meant for comedic effect.
For all the things that Office Space does, the fact that it doesn't glorify drinking is the least you can do. Great movie. I love it.
All right, that brings Marty to 18. Josh right behind at 17. Jessica and Lloyd, thank you for playing.
I'm glad to be here.
I mean, Jessica, if you get this 5-point or 4-point, I think you're still in the game. But right now, it's between 2 people.
I just took her favorite movie from her.
Lloyd, you get to pick the last
Brain
movie.
somewhere else.
So hopefully this works for you.
There's my participation trophy.
Lloyd, would you like a movie from 1955, 1967, or 2009?
You know, in honor of Black History Month, let's go back to when it was fucked up. 1955.
In fairness, you could probably have picked any of those years after saying that.
Yeah.
But let's finish this game off, finally hitting one of these older movies. From 1955 for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking.
God damn it, John.
For 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. During the baby shower, Jim is implied to be really drunk or high.
What year was this?
55.
Oh.
During the baby shower, Jim is implied to be really drunk or high. For 4 points under 6 in nudity, there is talk in the film of one of the main characters being a playboy of sorts. For 3 points under 6 in nudity, Jim and Deer's baby gets a butt crack at the end of the film by the puppies. Oddly, the baby isn't wearing a diaper, so it shows the bare butt.
Oh, risque.
Was that English?
I think so. Jim and Deer's baby gets a butt crack at the end of the film by the puppies. Oddly, the baby isn't wearing a diaper, so it shows the bare butt. Marty,
that should not have started with Jim and Deer's baby.
Oh, Jim and Deer's baby.
All right, Marty.
It's Jim Deere because it's Lady and the Tramp.
It is Lady and the Tramp.
Oh.
Really?
And when I heard Jim, I thought, oh, Lady and the Tramp. And the first fucking clue kicked it out of my head immediately.
Lady and the Tramp. That's Lady and the Tramp. Fucking spaghetti to come together, kiss Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
Violence and gore. One of the title characters is fighting other dogs. It's shown mainly by shadows. He chases them all off. He fights with a rat and kills it.
So now I feel like now I should get a tattoo of that one of the dogs right above my butt. Gonna be a real tramp stamp.
Oh,
Better you than Michael Vick.
Whoa, Lloyd. Whoa.
I said better you than Michael Vick. I feel comfortable with you.
Still, man, come on.
Last clue under sex and nudity. While eating spaghetti, two dogs kiss.
That would have done it.
I know. I try to do that with the 1 point clue.
Nothing sexier than that.
All right, that brings us to the final betting round. Scores right now, Marty is at 21, Josh is at 17, Jessica at 4, Lloyd at -1. Betting is going to be important. I'm going to ask you another movie about Oscar-winning movies. I'm going to ask you a question. Send me your bet between 1 and 10 points privately. How much you think you know about Oscar-winning movies?
Nothing.
All right. I just had Jessica. Oh, now we get people coming in. All right, we got that, and we got that. All of our bets are in. So, of the 96 Oscar-winning movies, real easy question. How many of them are 90 minutes or less? Message me how many Oscar-winning movies you think come in at 90 minutes or less. Closest to it gets their points. If you get it exactly right, I'll give you an extra 3 points.
These are the Oscar winners, right?
Oscar winning for Best Picture.
Nick, earlier today you said I was going to be mad about what this betting round was, and I am mad.
Oh, just wait.
It's like I will not win either way if that helps you.
I'm here to put Josh in the ground at this point.
So, of the 96 movies winning Best Picture, Jessica thinks that 21 of them are 90 minutes or under. Lloyd thinks 43 of them are 90 minutes or under. Marty thinks 7 of them are 90 minutes or under. Josh thinks just 1 of them is 90 minutes or under.
Interesting.
I will say that in 1955, there was a movie that was 90 minutes long that won Best Picture. That's the only one.
Wow.
It was Marty.
That movie is named Marty.
Oh my God.
One of my favorite movies.
You're done.
How did Marty walk off before I did? What timeline is this?
There you go.
Something's not right.
Just a poor little butcher from Brooklyn.
It's such a good movie. And when I found out that not only is one of them, but it's the only one, and that Marty was on the show tonight, had to do it.
Oh,
no. I actually knew that answer. That's a funny thing.
You got Marty to walk off before I did.
That means Jessica bet 4 points, losing all 4 points.
Yep.
Lloyd only bet 2. Very smart, losing 2 points. Marty only bet 2, bringing Marty down to 19. Josh, you get the 3 points for getting it exactly right, and the 10 points you bet.
Oh my gosh.
That means our final scores tonight.
Oh no.
Lloyd at -3, Jessica at 0, Marty left the game at 19. Our winner tonight, Josh Poirier with 30 points.
Oh my lord!
Wow.
Oh,
Unjustifiably in the position he'd rather not be in. Yeah, but he did it. He did it.
Josh is my friend and I love him a lot and I'm so mad.
Oh yeah! Cream of the crop. He did it. Yeah.
Marty, you don't know how hard it was for me. I wanted to like lead you in the right direction, but
Oh my
then
gosh.
thought it wouldn't be fair.
They said it couldn't be done, but he did it. Yeah.
I actually I knew that answer like just because I love Marty I love Marty the movie and Marty the person that much that I just knew that movie.
it was from what, 55 you said?
55.
He was down and out, but then he took the title. Oh yeah.
I actually saw the musical when
There
it
was
came
a
to Boston
musical?
with John C. Reilly was in it playing
Oh,
Marty.
that's good casting.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Oh my god.
Oh, I wish I could have seen that.
Oh, I loved it.
Marty, have you seen the movie, Marty?
No,
Oh, you
It's,
should.
it's
You
only
really
90
should.
minutes.
he's not a guest star.
Ernest Borgnine.
This Borgnine.
Take a look at the person in the mirror, and you'll see the movie and win it next time. Yeah.
Hey Lloyd,
I'll get rid on that.
Lloyd, quiet down.
Well, y'all, this was so fun. I needed this after the weekend I had. I thank you all for being here.
Yeah, we changed
Before
this.
we go, if there's anything you want to promote, anywhere you want to be found, any last words? Lloyd, if you've settled down a little bit, I'll go to you first.
Well, yeah. This Thursday, if we don't all find ourselves unburied under the frozen tundra,
Yeah.
I will be in Worcester, Massachusetts at the Beer Garden alongside Alex Giampapa, who will be headlining that night. And this Saturday, I'm going to be in Haverhill, Massachusetts, opening for the headliner, Amy T. You can find out about this and more by following me at Lloyd Legacy 617 on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter. If you're on Facebook, first off, why? Secondly, I can be found on at Lloyd Legacy Sharp on Facebook. Also, for those who are into this kind of thing, my karaoke alter ego will be making 3 appearances this month, 2 in Boston, 1 in New Hampshire, which I never do, but got more free time than I did last year, so I'm taking it up on it. Also, before I go, if you're a fan of this show, you should absolutely go back in the archives and watch the episode hosted by LC. It is the greatest episode in the history of this show, bar none. And since there's been so many good ones, imagine how high that bar is. But you cleared it. You cleared it. Go watch it.
Lloyd, did you happen to catch the last episode LC hosted?
It is on my watch later list.
Lloyd,
Along with 7 other episodes that I need to catch up with.
Lloyd, did you happen to catch this episode?
Yeah, it was great.
Jessica, you want to say anything before we go?
I'm just here.
That's her tagline. I love that. That's her tagline.
It is,
Jessica,
yeah.
Jessica, I'm just here.
I'm just here.
How about you, Marty?
I don't know how to do the background stuff, so I'd have it in the background, but I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
So someone will have to teach me.
You got those three little blue dots.
Mm.
Did you get there?
if you go to where the stop video is, there's a little arrow on that. And one of the options is choose virtual background, and you can just add a background there.
You can also do it from the
That's
three
a
little
little
blue dots on your screen.
There's a little tip for Jessica and for all of our folks at home who are using Zoom for the first time 3 years into the pandemic. Marty, you got anything you want to say aside from cursing my bloodline?
I mean, can we start with fuck you? Like, here's the thing. No one in this Zoom call is my enemy except for Nicholas. Like, Josh is my friend and I care about him a lot, and I'm very happy for him that he very strategically betted and won. However, Nick, I'll see you in hell.
Not if I see you first.
In sincerity, though, I do actually have something to share. If you are not in Minneapolis, there's some really messed up shit going on in the East Phillips neighborhood. That there is a Roof Depot building that is over a big deposit of arsenic, and the city is trying to raise the building and put the arsenic into the air. East Phillips is the most racially diverse neighborhood and the poorest neighborhood in the Twin Cities. The neighborhood has been trying to build a community garden and do like a slow progress abatement of the arsenic in the area to try and help the neighborhood. If you are able to donate to the cause, or at least get the word out that this is going on, please go to Defend the Depot on Instagram. You can go to Defend the Depot. You can go to Climate Justice Committee, Phillips Urban Farm, Phillips Neighborhood Farm. There's a whole bunch of different places you can look, but it's the Roof Depot in Minneapolis. And it's not good. The city's been kind of jerking around the politics side of it, and it's been rough. There's been arrests, there's been all sorts of stuff. So if you are able to help in any way, please look up the Roof Depot and the Phillips Urban Farm in Minneapolis.
Is so fucked up. I've not heard of that.
It's super fucked up. I used to live across the street from that site, and I was talking to my old housemate who still lives there on the phone, and they were like, I gotta go, I'm talking to the police. And I was like, okay, be safe.
Oh no.
It's bad.
If you want, I don't know if you want, but if you want to share that to the Facebook group as well, I'm sure other people would be interested in
absolutely
getting some information and donating to that. Because
absolutely.
Wow.
Sorry, not to be a bummer, but
No. Beat that shit, Josh.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, just put it down there, defendthedepot.com.
Oh hell yeah.
But this is coming soon. It should be coming soon. I'm going to test it. I've created a game show based on kind of Nick's idea, but using Metacritic instead of IMDb, because those Metacritic people are insane, just as insane as the IMDb people. They may be the same people.
Yeah.
When you've got someone who is so angry about politics that they have to go rant about it in a movie review.
Who would rant about politics in a movie review?
Let me see if I can find one real quick. I got one real quick. Because I had this open. Hold on, I had it open. I'm just trying to find it right now. Here we go.
We're trying to end the show.
I got you. Like this is one about the.
Josh, we all need to. We have families.
Okay, forget about it. Forget about it. I can't find a good one anyways. But they just get angry about the stupidest things. And it's funny when they put in a review for like Jaws, like the shark was a Democrat. He's obvious.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay, get the fuck out of reviews. Anyways, it's coming soon. I got a bunch of different game types in it. I'm going to work on a couple of different things with it, and still trying to work it out, but hopefully it'll be coming soon.
Awesome. Yeah, no, as soon as that's up and running.
Defend the Depot.
Yeah, that's much more important than whatever little thing Josh is doing. But if you want to play another game like this, I'm excited for that to be put together. Well, thank you all again so much for doing this. You are all wonderful, lovely people. Once again, Josh Poirier, Jessica Mayotte, Marty Viscosi, Lloyd, Legacy Sharp. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook for now if you search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description of this video. Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. If you want to be a contestant, go right now to nickmartucci.net/IMDb Game and sign up. I'd love to have you on the show. We got a whole new month of shows coming out. I don't think anybody has signed up for this Thursday show, which is elemental movies with water, fire, air, or earth in the title. If you
also,
be
quick note, if you are on Facebook, April Farmer has posted a link in the Inappropriate Movie Database group, so you can find it there as well under
that is
Not
true.
Yet.
That's fucking goo.
Josh, shut the fuck up. My lovely partner, April Farmer, has also shared the information on the Facebook page. It's the same form you can find on my website. We're trying to end this show, you fucking bastard.
I just wanted to let people know that there was a place on Facebook that they could also find it if they wanted to.
Lloyd, you're adding very valuable information. Josh, you're goo. We do the show 2 times a week, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, right on this channel. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTuber stuff. I'm going to go to sleep and wake up and try to figure out how to get my Facebook account back. If you know anybody in Facebook, can you poke at them either in real life or the Facebook poke and just say, give Nick his account back? Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Friends on Facebook. We might be back on Thursday, but if not, we'll be back on Monday. That is a movie where we're gonna only play with the contestants' favorite movies, and that is one that I'm so looking forward to. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the show.